Hello everyone. Welcome to Data Science Foundations, an introduction to your data science and AI journey. My name is Sumudu Tenakun. I am a data scientist presenting this educational video content series aimed at improving data science literacy in the community and helping those who are moving toward becoming data science professionals. In this video, we will explore the topic of data science, the elephant in the room, to warm up our discussion to understand what data science is with an entertaining idea connecting some data science contexts. Data science, I hope you all heard this term very well. Maybe you are already working in a job role related to data science. The data we consume as humans, sensors, and probes for retrieving data. As humans, we consume and process data using the biological systems we have in our bodies. As input devices, our eyes can capture the visuals. Ears can capture sound. Skin can capture surface texture, a sense of temperature, etc. This is also relevant to the machines. Like humans, machines have digital cameras as eyes, microphones as their ears, and many other sensors to capture data from the surroundings. In our day-to-day life, we have to use more than one of these sensors to function normally. If one sensor is blocked, we find difficulties to operate as usual. For example, if your eyes are covered and asked to listen to this video, you only capture the voice part and will use all the visual aids I present. The story Elephant in the Room. Let's take the famous story, The Blind Man and the Elephant. Leaving the terms blind and men outside, try to get the story as a group of people with their eyes and ears fully covered in a room with an elephant. They don't know they are dealing with an elephant, but they know something is in the room beside them. Their task is to describe what they have in their room. The only thing they can use is the touch. Also, they cannot communicate with each other. Just have to examine or feel the first part they touch and come back to give their answer. Can they explain it accurately? As the story told us, as well as we expected, the person who touched the elephant's nose said there is a snake or fire hose in the room. The one who touched the elephant's leg said it is a tree trunk or tree. The one who climbed to top of the elephant and the ears of the elephant says it is a fan. One in the rear end touched the elephant said, there is a rope or maybe a snake as well. The one who touched the body said, there is a big rock or wall in the room. The one in the front touched the tusk and said there is a spear or some big hard spike in the room. What is the moral of this story? Is it just a story I told you to get entertained? Let's see. We have a lot to get along from this study to understand what data science is and also give you an idea of how people describe data science needs more work to get the whole picture. First, all of these people are on a task to identify and explain what is in the room. They use data to decide what to say and support their claim. What data do they use? They use their touch and feel of the object. More specifically, the sensor or data acquisition system or sources they use is their hands and skin. A single channel. Did they complete the task successfully? Not really. Why? What could they do better to complete the task successfully? They could use more sensors they were initially forbidden to use. If they could hear some sounds elephants made, they would be more accurate. If they were allowed to use their eyes, the result will not be that interesting to make a story out of it. Everyone instantly says, we have the elephant in the room. Modifying the story Elephant in the Room. Now let's add one more component to the story from our end. There is another person in the room with covered eyes and ears. That person is not allowed to go near the elephant but is allowed to communicate with other people who touched the elephant, one at a time. What advantage that person has over others? He has access to more information to process. He knows there is only one object in the room. Also, here's multiple different descriptions of the same object as explained by the others. In this setup, we can call people who touch the elephant to serve as probes for the new person who will process that information to identify the object in the room. What do you think about the chances of success with this person compared to others? Yes. This person has more chance of successfully identifying the object, given that the person uses the proper inferencing method. The lesson here is that we may have to use multiple different channels and probes and look from different perspectives to understand even a simple thing accurately. Otherwise, the partial information can mislead us and lead to wrong conclusions. Data science as elephant in our room. Okay. Now let's jump into the discussion on how we describe data science. If you ask this question from several people who work in data science or related fields, will give you a result somewhat similar but not as extreme as the story of the elephant and group of people. What I said is not exactly the same because the answers you get are all correct but from different perspectives, as they see from their point of view. You must process all views to get a better idea and develop your own understanding. I hope you learned something from this story about data and how we use them in our decision-making process. Congratulations, you are now one of the people who touched the elephant. Also, I hope you figured I would use the elephant metaphor for data science here. Next. To better understand data science, let's be the person in the room who was not allowed to touch it but to gather input from others who touched it. Let's closely examine some of those different explanations about data science and try to understand them further. One can say, data science is using data to understand the world around you. A very concise answer to explain one aspect of data science in a very high level. Another description could be translating data into factual stories to help various business functions. Another good one. Data in raw form is not always helpful and need to transform, analyzed, and interpreted. Once you do that, value can be drawn into the business. A more comprehensive explanation could be build processes and systems to mine, extract, process, analyze, model, and interpret data. Similar to what we just discussed and a bit more extended one. Use of data to generate knowledge and insights to support informed decision-making. Using data and findings to optimize business processes. Use data to find answers to questions or solve problems or more focused on the application. Methodology of testing and validate hypothesis with supporting data is a very technical or academic perspective of data science. The science or art of uncovering trends and patterns hidden in data. Of course, data science is a science, but its broad nature will bring lots of creativity and many aspects of art to the table. Use computer programming and statistics to create insights from data. This could be someone more inclined to computer programming and will explain to you what data is since. I hope now you can combine all the above and process within your mind to compare with your own explanation, analogous to the newly added person trying to identify what is in the room after getting a response from those who touch it. What did you learn from this video so far? I assume you now have a clearer idea of what data science is than before. We will explore it further to enhance your understanding of data science and related topics through upcoming videos. See you all in our next video on discussing what is data science and why we all should learn it.